Put that in the car.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Did you consider having a bat? Daddy didn't have that trait.
You must have got that from Mummy's side. Yes, plumbers, we're on. September, sniffy weather. It is hay fevery, but sniffy. And the finals are here, and our septums are full of sniffy finals air. Now, Butsy's here, big show. My two beautiful boys are here. Benny's a premiership player. Yes. Well done to you. Benny. We'll get a full match report. Kicked a lovely snag. I saw the highlights.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, good.
All the day people were saying.
Yeah, good. Just fell in your guts and you turned around and snapped it.
Yeah, that's it on the boundary. Took off. I did a Patrick Voss, Tom Papley celebration, like a hybrid. Just took off running and pumping fists.
And the older and shitter and slower you get, the better that goal will be.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what the September sniff is all about.
I've watched it at least 50 times today.
Good man. And Moffy's here. Hello, Moffy. You look fresh.
Hello,
Not
Bussy.
too many beers for you over the weekend. Clearly. Have you had your teeth done?
No,
Have you had your chompers done?
No, they look good.
Chompers?
They look
You
good.
have?
No,
You've had them tipped or tinted
You
or
reckon?
something? I think so.
I'm on like this purple toothpaste.
Yes, you fucking are.
Yeah.
I knew it.
It's
You
I got
look
it from
really
Coles.
good.
It look good.
Oh, like you're smiling at me. It looks like a sight screen is in my face. You look like Revolt.
That's good. That's
Nick.
good feedback. Thank you.
Very good. Well, right off the top, this episode is brought to you by BWS. With the end of footy year sale, every fan is a winner this footy finals, even if your team missed out. Cheers to BWS. And, of course, to our great mates at Mazda. Check out the new BT50 today at mazda.com.au. More on that later. It was M-Day on Saturday. They would have sold plenty of BT50s. So M-Day up at Mansfield.
Bloody oath.
I promoted it with a bat in the cave.
Do you know how many you sold because of that?
I'm thinking at least 4 to 5. I think maybe we should ring State League Pete and find out.
Just a casual 250.
Sometimes, you know what they say in journalism, Moffy? Never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Yeah, shit.
And there is a chance that we have a donut. I don't want to go up there and there's a donut in my locker.
No, you don't want the donut.
For no BT50 sold on M-Day. But if you are a plumber and you bought a BT50, DM me.
100%.
Yes. All right. Hey, big show. Okay, so the two idiots aren't here. Yep. Chom's back in Russia with Wards and Arch and PC. So
Gee,
we'll
that
hear
is
from him.
quick, to be honest. Like him sending a
Where
video
is he?
of them
Spain.
in Barcelona. He was at the BNF on
Running
Saturday
of the
night.
Bulls.
Yeah, he was at the BNF on Saturday night, and then by today he's in Barcelona having beers. Like, I thought it takes a day to get over there.
Plays footy at a holiday, that man.
Yeah.
Who do. So anyway, we'll hear from him. Drapey's, what can we say about him? It's not a club function because he doesn't have a club, but he is meditating and I think he's deciding which club he wants to play for. I mean, is he flipping and flopping against the Lions? I don't know.
No one knows.
But he's scratched himself as well, but we're going to demand his on. But
Should we hear from him?
yes, I just want to tease what's coming up for the next hour because it's a very exciting show. Okay, we have as a special guest, and you organise this one. I think he's top 3 most powerful men in football. Okay, he is the best, most powerful, best deal-making agent, manager in footy. To me, that's to you. To me, he's my cricket captain who drinks Red Bull and chews gum in the gully and moves the field every 3 balls. He's coming on, Paul Connors, a bit later. Look at him, he can't wait.
He can't wait.
Chomping at the bit. And then, because the other 2 lunatics aren't here, and to be honest, I'm considering sacking them both, we're going to start trialling some co-hosts. And our news-breaking friend from the 7 Network, son of a media gun, been on the Patreon once or twice. He might be popping in after his Channel 7 live cross, and just quietly, he's coming up on a day where he doesn't need a shower because Big Butsy's giving him a bath at 2 separate press conferences. So Xander will drop by as well.
Yep.
Sound good to you?
Sounds great.
Right.
Paul's just taking speckies through the curtain at the moment.
Yes. Right, he can come and sit in because he might want to listen to this. But I understand, before we get to our dear friend and our guest, the 2 knuckleheads have called in, have they? Let's hear from them.
Yep. So this is Drapesy calling in.
Yes, plumbers. How are we, Butsy? How you going, mate? Sorry I can't be there today. I'm over in Adelaide spending some time with my family and just chilling out after a pretty big week last week. As you'd imagine, it was all going on. Just relaxing here now for a bit.
It's all going on.
Looking forward to getting back on the pod. I'm not sure when that will be, But I'll be keen to have a really good in-depth chat with you, Butsy, about what I'm doing. So looking forward to that. Hope we're all well, pod well, and get your knees up. Bosh.
There we go. Sounds rested. I know Paul wants to say something, but we haven't introduced him yet. Hold your fire. So he sounds good, boys, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sounds.
I think he does hate missing.
Do we read into him being in Adelaide at all, or
No. See, that's very journalistic of you.
sorry.
It's very McClure-like.
Putting some kindling on that fire
Yes.
right now. Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, stay in your lane. It's the Connors mantra. Okay, Moff, you talk about boom boom and produce and get on good guests, okay? So, no, he's going there to see his mum and dad and his brothers. All right, what about the other one who appears, he likes to intercept mark and fluff around and fuck it up down back, go up forward and drop a few marks, and that all seems a means to an end for him to go on holidays. Where's he found himself? Spain.
Heard they got the big guns in for the pod today. Xander and PC, you boys will have to carry because Butts is in absolutely horrific form. Xander, he hasn't broken a story in it could be 5 years. It could have been the Pollock story as the last one.
Big story.
Tried to get Strapesies, couldn't get that. Morris got it done. Anyway, just touchdown Barcelona. B&F was a really good night. Is some mail getting around though? Apparently someone's watching me do my business in the toilet, which is not sure how I feel about that one. Might have to give the police a call, I think. Anyhow, we've got 4 days here and then off to Germany. So I'll be in contact. Pod well, go well, all the best.
He sounds shit house. Yeah. Hungover.
Yeah. In Spain.
Yeah.
Loves to travel, John.
He does. Our guest is on. He's introduced himself. Paul Connors, everyone.
Oh, Paul.
Pumped.
Yes. Mate, great to have you.
I'm excited.
We'll take, we need to educate the plumbers here. So we'll have a little bit of a talk about business. But before we do
Long-time
that,
listener.
yeah, I know you are. So
Not as big as the kids.
unlike most of our guests, you are a plumber.
Yeah.
You like the show. You listen to the show. I know your beautiful sons do as well. Who
Charlie,
are
Archie, they just send
fine
me,
cricketers.
They send me snippets. You got to listen from this time in, pumping up Moff.
What do you like about it?
Oh, it's just
It was a
very
bit
natural.
shocking early to you, wasn't it? You were like, what the hell is this?
Oh, well, I just didn't know. I thought you were a respected journo, gun cricketer, not. And then I'd listen to you. I would laugh. I'd nearly drive off the road laughing. Good chemistry between the boys. Yeah, good chemistry. Can't believe I've rocked. I think that I'm wondering if it's me. They've walked in and Drapes and Chom have done a runner.
They could be
I was
intimidated.
flat, but the boys are here.
Righto.
Premiership player Benny and Moff's here too.
Yeah, that's very good. I skipped over that, Benny. So, Paul's a Vaffa stalwart.
Losing coach.
Well, losing coach, player, role player. Used to drop a few. Is it true that you, as a player, how many, did you play a bit of senior footy? A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played
30, 40 games?
about that.
Yeah.
Played a lot of B grade amateurs, and then we went up to A grade. Played a few.
Yeah.
Not many. Didn't
You
I
used
missed
to
the
drop a few back in the bit of a
off-field-
low hanging
a bit of
right.
off-field actually.
Bit of a little
bit
bit.
of off-field,
Yeah.
a little bit of
That was the way back then.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Yes. I like
I'm
that.
a lover now, not a fighter.
No, I like to know that there's a bit of fire in there. Right, talk us. Give us a couple of minutes, Benny, please. So you're playing a mob of Irishmen.
Yep. Our house.
They'd beaten you twice during the year,
Might have even been more.
Three
3 or
times?
4 times, yeah.
but you had an air of confidence about you on Friday when we spoke, and you've gone and got the job done. So talk us through it, please.
Yeah. There's honestly not too much to talk through. They were undefeated all year, which no one wants to go into a granny undefeated. But can you hear your thoughts on this? They elected to kick against what was probably a 4 or 5 goal breeze.
Oh, they've done a
They've done the
Cochin
Cochin.
in Adelaide, 2014.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Shocking.
So it didn't work out well. We'd played in the same conditions the week before on the same deck, and then kicked with the win that day too.
Where were you
So
playing? Where was you?
I played. We were playing.
Kramer Street.
We were playing.
Kramer Street.
Preston City.
Big.
Oval. Yeah, it was good.
oval.
It was a good deck. We played the conditions well. Our pressure was insane. We would have laid 100 tackles.
Ooh, brought the pressure.
We were I was honestly shocked. Like
Finals
I knew we
footy.
had it in us, but the way we actually just brought it exactly how we said we wanted to.
Did the cockroach fire you up? Did that come from a real spine tingler?
The
From
cockroach.
the coach?
Oh, the coach.
Yeah. Do you remember anything
Yeah.
from the pre-game, or was it all player driven?
No, he's always good for some wise words and cracks a few gags. He keeps it pretty lighthearted, which I enjoy because I get too fizzed up. I was actually trying to bring myself down
Ooh.
before the game.
He's a
so I'm-
high test sort of operator.
yeah.
No Red Bull required.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was good. It was a good day. Everything went to plan. So they came hard at the end. They I think it was like 60-8 at 3/4 time. So it was one goal and it's party time. But we never got that goal and they came hard. And it ended up being a 20-point margin. But in that moment, it feels like you feel like they're coming and it's game over in a way. But
Kicking against the wind. Silly boys.
They'd be hating it, those Irishmen.
Yeah,
on their bloody silly Monday.
Haven't lost a game all year.
Oh, it's a bad
it's
feeling.
rough. They were pretty upset. I did feel for them when they were a few boys.
Sure.
No, don't feel for them, Benny. Good on you, mate. You've done well to be here too. Very committed.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It is. You love the community stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not all $1 million contracts and moving players around and having power over the clubs for you, is it?
No, I'm heavily involved at Old Zabs footy, especially the past few years. I've come back and helping run our thirds program, but I just feel like I just keep coaching, losing grand finals. So I sacked myself last year from the Prem thirds to the Div 1 boys, and the Prem 3's coach won last year. Harry Mulcahy, he's a good lad. He's a Glen Iris cricketer. He was the premiership.
Good sail
captain.
boy.
No. He's a Glen Iris.
Different. Yeah.
He was our little. He loves the potty more than Charlie Connors.
Yeah, no, I know Harry.
And so he won the Premiership Cup for Scevs. Then I sacked myself, and then we lost by 5 points this year to Trinity, and they were up and about. One of their main men is Russell Howcroft's son-in-law, and they were talking about it on 3RW. I was a bit embarrassed too.
Righto. Before
Enough
we
of that.
delve all over the place, we're living
Moff. We haven't talked about Moff.
No, Moff. He's just
What a
good looking.
great
I reckon
man.
he's had his teeth done.
He looks good.
He's got a bit of
Taller
kind of
than I thought.
revolt about them, haven't they?
Yeah.
He's a good looking man.
Yeah.
He stands at a bar and something. He's got that little
Well,
sort of
he'd be in the
Labrador
background.
face.
He'd be doing
you
the
got.
DJing. So,
Yeah, he does.
Woof, woof.
Your boys are a big fan of Moff.
They love Moff. They're
What are they-
big.
I always see those boys out.
Yeah.
One of them.
And now the Rising Sun right next door.
Yeah.
Archie works at
the
London,
London?
yeah.
Yeah.
and he's good mates with Naismith, Harry
Yes.
Naismith.
Yeah.
So there's a little
Big Naismith,
connection
yeah,
there, and I
big
always
Harry.
see Charlie as well.
Yeah.
So.
No, they're Moff. They're sort of Butsy fans, but love Moff.
Well, that's okay.
Well, we talk about the cricket.
Yeah. You want to
I
talk?
thought so. How he calls me skipper, and in my phone I got him as Butsy in about 8 cricket emojis. The bats. Nick Geeshan played with Butsy at Ivanhoe cricket and footy, and he's like, "PC, I've got this gun for you, mate. I'm telling you, he's the best thing you've ever seen." So he straps down. He looks good. Looks like Tarzan.
Freddie Flintoff, like.
But, didn't sort of,
Oh, no.
he got, but what happens is in the Sunday cricket, the spread's great. So
Yeah.
I sort of, when I'm skipper, and I'd be talking to the opposition about the spread, how good's our spread. And that'd be my sledge. I'm positive sledge, so I don't
Yes.
bag sledge. I actually positive.
He's a positive
Great
sledge.
shot and great. Wait till you get our afternoon tea. But Butsy's batting a couple of times, and Benny McDonnell, one of our stalwarts, those club legends.
Yes.
Anyway, he's as serious as you like, Benny. He's fired the finger up about 3 times on Butsy. He's cracked it in the end. It's like, how can I
demand
get
that he was stood down.
Stood down as the umpire.
I said stand him down.
Like you got it, it was probably going down the leg. And it's like, out, pitch out so leg.
I don't know what I did to the lads. Another one I was dead set didn't get within 4 inches of it, and he sent me on my way as well.
Yeah.
It's because you would have the big front pad.
Out, Nick.
Big,
that was
big
out of
pad.
Mento.
Yeah, big pad.
Mento, that was the day, right? I rang you, and I actually went and had a bit of a meeting with the Triple M footy guys.
Yeah.
And they test you out a bit and like to get on the piss with you. So I said to my wife, look, I'm going to have a chat.
You're lucky, man.
And I said, look, I've got this meeting.
Batting overs, isn't
I've
he?
got this meeting with Triple M footy. I think it's just 3 or 4 beers at the Emerald. I'll be back, to help with dinner and bath time. And I quickly found out that they like to have sort of 20 beers and find out what you like. So I've rolled out of the pub at 10:30 sideways, and then realised I had cricket the next day. And I said, Paul, I'm a bit dusty here. Like, I don't know, I've come with a big reputation as a gun all-rounder. What do you think? Maybe I'll pull that. He goes, nah, you'll be better. So he gave me the new ball, and I thought, a bit dusty, but we'll just sort of start with a loosener. And do you remember this? I've let it go, and I thought it was reasonable, sort of not a bad length outside off, and well-built Indian fella with a huge bat and in sunglasses hit it onto the fucking tennis court. 6, first ball of the game. And then you start getting anxiety. It was terrible. Anyway.
Sort of turned from a bit of fun, and then you're playing against some very good teams.
The other thing about how professional this man was was after Geesh said, I go okay, you demanded I come and have a net session.
Yeah.
He pulled the
Down
whole
at D-Love.
Connor's team down at lunchtime to have a look. And I
This
had the
sounds like
goods.
so much fun.
Waverley Road, the old Dairy Bell Oval there. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yes.
Shivers.
So is that your first interaction together?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally playing local
Then
cricket.
I think so.
No, he was a big, star.
We were just, we were fresh
How many
back from
games did you
Adelaide.
play for VFL?
43.
Four.
43.
Amazing.
Port Island Magpies. Yeah.
Lacked management. Good
You know,
management.
on that,
Strong
I've got some
management.
beef with you, actually.
Strong management
My
would have
dad
got
brought
you
this
to
up with me today.
Strong management would have got you to that training
well-
session with Bevo.
Yeah, I know. It would have. It would have. No, it was plough.
Yeah, what did you plough?
It was
That's
plough.
right.
No,
Sorry.
Dad
What did
said
Dad say?
to say to you, and he thinks the world of you
Yeah.
without really knowing you.
Yeah.
He said, remind Paul that in year 2000,
Yeah.
you got 2 letters from Anthony McConville offering management services.
And I didn't send one.
No, you didn't. But
We all
my
go-
dad, there's a double blunder here. Not only did you not send me one, which might have been a good call for
Yeah,
you,
probably
Anthony
was.
did. But my dad, being a medico and thinking and not knowing a lot about it, goes, well, he just looked at it and goes, you're on set money for 2 years. You don't need a manager. He's just trying to take a clip of your shit money.
Yeah, well, we don't even charge for the first
What
2
he
years.
didn't know is you need the manager
Yeah.
to build you up. A bit of Fugazi.
We were
He's a
just-
high jump
at that
champion.
stage, I think I was busy managing Hodgie, Juddy and Balling.
Might have been the year before.
You don't charge for the first 2 years. Is that the Connors treatment or is that?
Are you on, are you? Are you on, are you?
It's interesting.
Xander's on. Xander's here.
Breaking stories tonight.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
On that, okay, just as we fire up, I've got
Chatham House
Moff.
rules.
Moff has a horn, right? And if it gets too newsy, we're going to blow the horn, okay? Because he's a bit excitable. How are you, son? How'd you go? What'd you break tonight?
Nah, not much for me
Wind.
tonight. I was just doing, wind basically. No, I was doing the little wrap of
State
our
of
day.
origin?
I had butts all day today.
Big day. We
Well,
had.
I had him for the morning. He didn't trek it out to Waverley and do the hard yards in the afternoon.
No, I
But,
didn't. I
that's
was
right.
cooked by then.
Can I
Yeah,
break something here? I on the news. So you went to Waverley to see Hawthorn train?
a few of his in the camp.
I had a call today from the media. In our job, it's a bit left field. So one of these newsy types calls me today and said, I've got it on some authority that you met with Sam Mitchell over the weekend. And I just started bursting out laughing and thought it was a big meeting. I go, yeah, he was running water for his daughter's footy team grand final. And I passed him saying hi because I was out there watching my girlfriend's daughter play in a grand final too. I mean, that's how we.
So there was
that's,
a
what we
mate.
have, that's what we have to deal with, Moff. You know what I mean?
And what
These
conclusion were they coming to? One of your
he said, I
150
probably
players?
won't run with that. I said, I think you probably won't.
Is it right that Scoot McClure, produce his own, is the runner for the old Zav side that you
Not
coach?
sure what role he's got, but we just talked about that, how many losses. Maybe we blame him for the loss.
I would potentially do that.
He came in and he just added a little bit different. He was very happy with one move he made in the second semi. No, he's played a good role, just a role. Just play your stay in your lane, as I tried to
it.
tell Sammy. Yeah.
Crazy time of year, though, isn't it? And it hasn't always been like this
It's just
compared to
gone
when
early.
you started.
I reckon the buys hurt us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone's just bidding.
Is that why we're just going nuts and
Yeah.
players are moving? When you started, Hodgie
I've got
years,
a great story on that.
yeah, we didn't start talking about this stuff till after the spring carnival,
Well,
did we?
what happened was back in the day, bring Benny and Moff into this story too. I've got one great trade story, and that's back. All clubs met, right? And they all had this really big meeting day, and they've sacked it now. They have a little bit of a. I think the other week they had a. Just a low key day where they spoke and realised no one's going to have a pick in this year's draft, but that's another story. Yeah, but it was great. It was a big story. Hawthorn were going to trade Trent Crode. Yeah, and I sort of, or that was even thought about. So I was inexperienced, carried on like pork chop, and was like, oh, how dare they? And so we were out of there. Instead of just realising, we'll trade him, but only if we get pick one, which ended up being Luke Hodge. Not the worst trade in the world.
No, it's a good one. Got him back
Especially when
anyway.
got him back. So anyway, we're like, we're going to go to Essendon. Then I didn't realise, and it's quite interesting in the merit, Hawthorn stage now, how much Hawthorn and Essendon hate each other. So I ended up having a meeting with Adrian Dodoro, Kevin Sheedy and Crody at the old Hilton, which is now the Pullman across the road from MCG, and trying to orchestrate to get there. And Hawthorn's like, no chance of you going to Essendon. If you want to go, or we want you to go,
Yeah.
but they really wanted us to go to Fremantle, so we ended up going to Fremantle, and that was just on the whim of some real smart brain work by Hawthorn, including John Turnbull, going, there's a really strong draft here and we wouldn't mind moving up in the order, and how are we going to do that? They protested outside Glenferrie that Crowe was leaving. Yeah, if you look at that, there's some good vision. And I think Trent's mum was there hiding, looking at the protest. Yeah. So
Any
anyway,
media get onto that one? Hutchie jump out of a bush
What's
or anything like that?
the Hilton? Was that a ploy to keep it under?
No, that was Sheeds. That was no. It's shit. That was if you ask the old. If you've had a meeting with Kevin Sheedy, it would have been at the Hilton. Everyone meets Sheeds at the Hilton. That was his office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Don't know. I think he just liked it and have a red wine and do a bit of business. I think
enough.
he did some very good business back
Any
then.
meetings with the Bombers in like a car park somewhere in the city?
No.
That's a murmur I'd heard that they do some.
No.
car park
Adrian
meetings
used to
in the
do his best business at 101 Bay Street. It was his little cafe he owned, so he used to do a lot of business there, and it's a bit awkward to get to, so it was a bit annoying.
Yeah, okay.
When you hold the shots, you're like, you come to us.
Yeah.
Let's meet at Giorgio's in Armidale, which we love.
Yes, we like that.
Yeah.
Off High Street there.
Yeah, very good.
Is it where it should be now? Do you like the buzz is it's good for the game, isn't it? In a way, or is it a little bit?
Yeah,
the
it's
amount of
fine.
speculation and bullshit flying around. Are we a bit overs?
Oh, look, it'll be really interesting how this one goes. But yeah, it's a bit over. It's a bit overs, but people love it because their teams are out. So what else are they going to think about?
It gives you a bit of hope, doesn't it?
It gives you hope, and it gives you some. So even back then, it was Brisbane versus Gold Coast, which I was really excited about, and then Adelaide were playing Hawthorn. It wasn't like this week where Hawthorn's playing Geelong Friday night, but the buzz just out of this world. The buzz is going to be amazing. London Tav's going to be going off. So is the Riser next door.
Will.
And so that's huge. But I think, and I think it's there is a time now where we just take a minute, enjoy the finals.
Prelim, we just hold up a bit.
We hold, and then we, I call it go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep for a while, and then let's enjoy what a great game it is.
Yeah.
And even State of Origin, did you guys cover that today?
Yeah, got a.
Valentine's
Didn't
Day.
go nuts with us.
I'm
but
telling you,
I like it.
I'm telling you, the Vic boys,
players gonna play?
They're off their heads about playing. They're keen as.
Dangerfield's always liked it.
Everyone I speak to is keen.
Yeah.
Are
Trust
they
me.
going to go as hard as like?
It'll be hard. It's a great time,
Yep.
February, I think.
reckon
Like
you're
someone
right.
said, I think.
Cricket's done by then.
Great
We're
TJ.
done.
Yeah. But it's not just that. It's a pre-season. The games have changed. They need to hit out. It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the players can do their knee in match practice. It
Yeah, of
happens.
course.
You can.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
It got
big.
panned a little bit, but there's
No,
a bit
the
of
play-
yelling at
when-
clouds with
when they
footy.
realise how big this is with the players
Yeah.
and the players, and Vic's could pick two teams. It's
Yeah.
that strong. Like there's five. I got players.
Comben
texting
get
me.
in the squad. He maybe in the 40. You know, Vic Metro in the day they'd start with 45. He might make the first cut.
Maybe.
Well, I agree with you though, Butts. Like, every chance just to have a Nick Butler type as an SSP run through your star player
Quite right.
in a JLT as you are
SSP,
to match
I
up
like
on.
it.
Could have been you, yeah. So just
In the day, Butsy would have been a good. Like if you were now, poor. I say that about my great mate Matthew.
couple of
Burke.
extra
signs.
teams
Do you know
helps.
Matthew Burke? You wouldn't know Matthew
Burke,
Burke.
yeah, I
He's
know,
now
yeah.
the coach of the Prem Threes who I put in charge and won the granny.
Yeah.
He
Killer.
was killer.
Yeah.
There you go. He played some cricket with us too.
He did.
He's one of the best players I've ever seen play for Old Zavs. I've got him one. Others have got him, top 5.
Yep.
But he was emergency 9 times for Hawthorn in 1989. Would have played if the grand finals a draw because Dipper would have been in hospital.
super team.
But he needed an agent, strong agent. I wasn't in the game then. To trade him away from Hawthorn. Like
He's
he's
get a
in a
Richmond
forward line
somewhere.
with Curran and Dunstall and Buchanara and keeps going. You know what I mean?
Would
How
they
do
let you go back then?
you could have.
pretty
He ended
hard,
up going to Fitzroy in a straight, but yeah. Anyway, he'd be top 10 in the draft now.
what are the last 48 hours of a trade period look like for you? Because I feel like
Get your hand on the horn, but it's okay.
hang on.
It's all right.
Not genuine.
I don't mind it. I don't mind
Especially
it.
last year.
because I feel like it used to be like a month. Now it's 2 weeks, and I reckon nothing actually gets done except for the Joe the Gooses until the last 48 hours, and then it's just
No, if I go back to last year, because it's easy talking about last year, and we were busy last year. Dan Houston's trade took every bit. That fell apart nearly with 48 hours to go.
So did you sleep in that 2-week patch?
That needed work, and that was Geesh and me working that together.
Yeah.
And that relied on Craig Cameron at Gold Coast just being it was best for his club, but he was amazing through that period. You needed a steady
with the Noble and the Pick 12.
Yeah, just everything, and he just held his nerve. I feel like we helped him. It was just all over the shop. It was off. It was on. But then with half an hour to go, we didn't have Bailey Smith wasn't traded. Jack McRae wasn't traded.
Jesus.
Jake Stringer wasn't traded.
Yeah.
And there was one other, and I was just sitting. I remember there's a picture I'm in. I don't know why. So when you've got the media, you've got all this media scrum where you guys are, and then you walk through that, and then there's this general commune area. And then everyone else, they've got their little pockets where they sit in their places. I didn't realise this year that AFL.com was following people around.
Oh.
And there was a camera in AFL. I remember going back to them, they're like, Paul Connors has entered the AFL room. I was just going to see someone to grab a bicky. This lady I knew, Emma, who works at the AFL, she had this great slice for me. So I was going there and they thought I was doing something else. Anyway, it sort of all fell into part. Bailey Smith was out of contract, so that helps. I tried to get them extra stuff for then Jack McRae. It was all for the doggies, and they weren't going to trade Jack McRae unless they got Matt Kennedy. So it was busy.
Yeah. Do you really clear the goal square a bit and take over? I know Robbie and Nick are stars in their own way, and they know what they're doing.
Oh no, Robbie.
Are you all working on your individual trades and hope it? Comes together.
Yeah, but the boy, whoever's in charge is in charge. Geesh and I just combined to do some work for Houston this year. But Robbie looked after Jake Stringer.
Yep.
I had Jack McRae, and Robbie and I were doing a bit of work together on Bailey Smith. So we work together.
What's the nastiest it's got? Has it ever got almost fisticuffs out the back?
Couple of Luke Ball trade when I stormed out. I brought Luke Ball through the kitchen, up the elevator through the kitchen, and slammed the door as I stormed. I took him into a meeting with Ross and Steve Silvani, which is quite funny how they're back together.
Yeah,
brings back
So this for the young plumbers. You then I was the start of my journalism career for this, and I remember it. Melbourne was sniffing around a bit, and you this is the first time Melbourne
wanted to get in pre-season.
They did, and you beat your chest and said, "Don't bother.
Yeah.
He won't go." Yeah. It was the first really big power move I'd seen because Collingwood only had pick 30.
But I didn't say they could have easily picked him in the national draft. So that was back then. You didn't have. So what happened was Darren Jolly was going there. He was our player, and I knew they were committed to Jolly with their first round.
Yep.
To get him the second round, I lived in the office of Jeff Walsh and Derek Hine and Mick.
Change yourself to the desk.
Yeah, I lived in at Collingwood, but it was so close. But I remember John Longmire saying, "No, he's not going to do it." Do you know what I mean? Ross won't do the deal. And I stormed out, slammed the door, carried on. Because Ross said, "I'm the boss, get out."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I like, F you, and stormed out. And then we went through the national draft. He got there. How scary is that when you trade him from Saints to Collingwood? They're in a grand final. It's a draw.
Yeah.
Wally doesn't have his best game, but then they back it up and he wins the granny. Like I was barracking for Collingwood that year.
How do you go with dealing with the teams the next year? Like after
I remember
like
that year. We got a young kid, Nicky Winmar, draft. So Balls just got drafted at pick 38 or something. Yeah. They've picked Nick Winmar at a pick. And I've rocked over, and Ross but Ross is so good. He's just like so relaxed. So, we're okay with Paul, aren't we? Yeah. So we just...
He's an old brawler.
Yeah, he's an old brawler. Yeah. You have fights. Like I remember fighting with Cameron Schwab. I was trading Crody to him.
Yeah.
And we were bluing. I'm like, how you're bluing with the guy you're trading with? You should be on the same page. And I remember we were in the box of Fremantle, and it must be E and F. There you go, Essendon and Fremantle.
Yeah.
And Sheeds has put his head around the corner, looking at us like because he could hear us through the wall, screaming at each other. So that was
Has
that
it
was
ever
good
gone
theatre.
beyond repair with anyone? Like, has it ever?
No,
got to
not
a
in
stage
trade
where-
period. I don't think. There's been a couple. There's
There'll be
always
little
there's a few
blow-ups.
couple good haters. I'm
Yeah.
not a great. I have a fight, move on. Just
Like
try
that.
not to lie.
Needs to be a bit more of that.
Don't lie.
We take you back a bit. I know you've told the story, but for the youngies, and a lot of them, starting your own business has become really cool. No one wants to go and study commerce anymore or law or anything boring like that. Everyone wants to be
My two kids studied law.
Well, no, it's
Just graduated. Just graduated?
And
Charlie did.
Yeah.
it'll work out fine.
Yeah.
But it's not as sexy. You got to do some
No,
bookwork.
no,
You
agree.
got to
You gotta do
commit
some
to
work.
it. It takes.
No.
You got to go and join a bloody chambers and be the shit
Yeah.
kicker for everyone. Just wants to be like Prime Train, right, and be the star straight away.
Yeah.
Right. So back in '99,
How
99.
many
So-
law commerce degrees you buckled
I've
down
got
on?
one commerce. Took me 7 years. Yeah.
I'll take it back.
There you go. I got commerce and I got
Misinformed.
journalism. You
Okay.
little shit. You can fuck right. That's his first warning. Blow the horn and we'll fuck it right off.
Robbie Durazio's got a bachelor journalism.
There we go.
He worked for Hutchie.
I
yeah.
do you remember? He
yeah.
used to do a bit of overnight crossing.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
He'd jump out of a few car parks in his day, Robbie.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
Nah.
He didn't like. He was like to be a lover, not take the picture of someone doing bad. He was,
But
no, so I worked
good
for Ricky
first job,
Nixon.
as his old man always says.
Yeah,
and
right.
Jeff Brown used to say.
Yeah.
You learn a bit of pressure, a bit of live, cross a
Yeah.
few contacts, get called a CUNT once or
Yeah.
twice, and have to dust yourself off.
Yeah, but dust yourself off. So I worked for Ricky for 3 years, and that was in the time of Club 10, so it was big. The plumbers out there wouldn't know, but it was a group of 10 players.
The biggest.
It was Ablett, it was Lockett, it was Dunstall, it was Modra. It was the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Carey.
In it. Carey. I remember this great photo of Ablett, Dunstall, Carey. Lockett, was it? 4 of them, maybe.
The tram?
Yeah,
In
the middle
big
of Burke
jeans,
Street. Yeah, it was
tucked in
awesome.
shirts.
Yeah,
How good.
Foxtel.
Yeah.
So September 6, 1999, I left Ricky. And Ricky, I've said it always gets edited, but he was technically really good, and he put player image. He did a lot for player individual marketing rights.
Yep.
But we went our own ways. And it was a bit Jerry Maguire-ish, like just,
Did you have like manifest where you wrote
no,
the
I
thing?
had no idea. When I left, my business plan was I had 10 names that I thought had come with me, and 6 didn't and 4 did. And my sister still chastised me about my marketing, skills and plans. So that was the extent of it. I had no idea what I was doing. And then I was lucky that a year or so later, it was the super draft of Ball, Hodge, Judd, Bartel, Graham Pollock. So that sort of set the business on its way. And
So if you're a guy that's gone out on your own away from Ricky Nixon and you got this super draft, how are you convincing them in the infancy of your business that
very
you're
hard.
the guy? Like,
And you've glossed over there, but you,
is your
you
pitch
mortgaged the house first,
yeah,
didn't you?
mortgage
That's
the
the
house.
big one
So
for the
I-
kids. Yeah,
well,
you needed the
not
cash from
mortgaged, I
somewhere.
sold the house.
Sold it.
Sold
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
so you're saying, like, I'm the
and
younger guy. I
Charlie
get ya.
Connors was born a month later, so my wife.
Your missus would have been hating you.
Well, she had to leave work, so she was working at a high-level advertising firm. So we're on not our knees, but we were, because you weren't also getting fees, though all the money was owed to Ricky.
Oh.
And you're not getting, like I didn't charge Hodgie or Juddy for the first 2 years. So that was back then, no fees for 2 years. So you manage them for 3 years for nothing. So it was hard at the start, but how I convinced him, Luke Ball was a Xavier guy.
Yep.
Juddy was best mates with Steve Green. So I always say to Steve Green, sort of
Greenie?
very instrumental in
Melbourne
my
Grammar
business.
boy?
Yeah. Melbourne Grammar, good. So Greenie got jagged, him and Juddy. So they were best mates.
Yep.
So that sort of worked well. And I think could have been Todd Viney was working for Ricky back in the day. So it was Todd and I. And anyway, I won that battle. It was a good one to win. And then Hodgie was out of John Longmire and I. John Longmire was working for IMG back in the day as an agent.
Yeah. Was he a good agent?
Well, I'd said we were going head to head, I think we were having, and I'm like, well, I can't win. I said, look, John's probably a better bloke and he knows more about footy. But someone bagged me saying I didn't have any idea about finances. And I was like, well, one thing I'm okay at is I'm an accountant, a CPA, that I'm good at that. Anyway, I travelled down the highway a lot. Ray Ball came with me, who's Luke's dad, and gave a little. I think they'd played under 12s together with Luke. And anyway, that was a big one. I remember seeing Hodgie play as a 16-year-old on the MCG, and he was a bit chubby, but shivers, he was good. And I'm like, get him off. I don't want anyone seeing him. Off, take him off. But obviously the world saw him, and it was a bit of a fight. So that was part of that.
What's it like compared from then to now in terms because there's a lot of talk about when Petrarca moved to Anna Scully's about commercial
Not
and
many
that sort of
people
thing.
leave. Like once you sign them, hopefully
stay,
you do
yeah.
a good job. The vast majority. So
But are the players now? Are their demands on you more around commercial side of things? Have you found that?
we think we go okay.
Yeah.
But pre-draft, like all the pre-draft stuff's big.
Yeah.
The boys, want. Yeah, they want advice. It's scary. They want to be drafted. I've said it's never been harder to be drafted. There's never been more ways to get drafted. SSP that we just talked about.
Yeah, longer list, extra clubs.
Moff, are we boring people?
No, it's really interesting.
It's good. Yeah.
Nuts and bolty.
I'm fascinated by the business side of it because I'm so there's a generation that have only seen you as this powerful bloke, right? So you signed the big three, but you don't know. Like Hodgie didn't get a kick for the first year or two.
Yeah.
Groins were no good. People were saying he was a dud.
Well, Johnny Turnbull, because you had Chris Judd who was just flying, and Hodgie was just, but in hindsight, the pick's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know
and
that.
Bally was a baby.
And Bally had OPs last year, and he was in year 12 finishing when he was drafted. So he sort of, the St Kilda were pretty good to him in that period and let him finish school.
Yeah.
Great cricketer, Bally.
Yeah, he was.
Great
State cricketer.
Played. He played. He played some. We have a charity game every year for Mad Foundation, and he was a great cricketer at school. He's just trailed off a little.
Yeah. 1,000 runs for the Zavs once.
Yeah,
one of only 5 to ever do it.
You're
There you
good,
go.
Xander. Good.
So, and once they got established,
Yeah.
you were away.
Yeah,
Was
so also Adam Goods came with me from Ricky. So I had a number. Paul Acurio, Angelo Lekis.
Yep.
Some good names. Brad Lloyd.
You tried to turn Lekis into a soccer player at one stage.
No, I didn't, but
He did. He had a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Great man.
Okay. So, and apart from what, a bit of hustle, a bit of luck,
Bit of that's. I reckon you need a bit of luck
and
too.
recruiting those players. Like, if you were going back now, what did you do?
One
do
thing,
better
One
than the
thing
others?
that we did, what we did better.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no doubt. The great Johnny Turnbull, who picked, he had the choice. He was the head recruiter of Hawthorn.
Yes, I got a letter from John, a negative one.
Did you? Bad
Yeah,
luck.
that's okay.
He's a beautiful writer too, John.
It was very articulate.
Yeah, he's very articulate. He would so back then he would look and he'd find Dale Thomas and Mark Murphy before anyone else. Yeah. He's like, Paul, I've just seen this player, Dale Thomas, Gippsland, mate. We've got to go after him. So he came and he was working part-time for Adelaide and Melbourne and also part-time for me. So now we go to the 16s, we look, we suss out and we chase from there.
Yep.
Whereas back then it was all a bit, there weren't as many agents and we went a lot later.
Yeah, right. Who's the living room guy? Nick Geishan, is it? Were you the living room? Were you the,
Geish worked for Craig Kelly and came across, 5 to 6 years ago, maybe more, Geish. And Robbie worked for Dusty's manager. I've just gone blank.
Ralph Carr.
Ralph Carr, sorry,
Did he?
Ralph. Yeah, he worked for Ralph. And
Ralph the rug?
Yeah, Ralph.
Oh, good.
Ralph. And so, they came across, but we'd bounce off each other. But Johnny Turnbull and I were first in the lounge room, and then Robbie and I and Geish, and now, away we go. The boys are doing a great job.
Righto.
Yeah. And the girls at the office are better than the boys.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Dimmer's
Dimmer's
daughter.
daughter's it, yeah.
She's accredited.
Jeez, you've got an eclectic crew, haven't you?
Yeah,
and you're very proud of them, aren't you?
Yeah,
It was-
Georgie Gardner's been there for 10 plus years. She'd probably run circles around 98% of the managers. And young Ed Delaney, who's a Zavs boy, he's to play well this week against Scotch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you got Ruby Richardson
Ruby
as well.
Richo,
Jace Richardson's
Jace,
daughter.
she's working.
Well, the
Good vibe.
more morbid side of it, how do you go when the player gets the flick?
Well, that's
how do you manage them
right
through that?
Now we're going through that at the moment. I think it's
Must be shit
it's
house.
the untold story because it's not sexy to you guys, but I'm telling you, it's heartbreaking, and it's now, and they just get flicked, and then if we spend a lot of time, I'd like to think, and people who want to keep playing, it's hard because I said it's never been harder to get drafted, but even this year's going to be tough. But I think we've got some great players out there. Dylan Shields got a lot of unfinished business. Yeah. Kynan Brown, Jack Billings. I could go on. There's good players, and I can argue we're all obsessed with what they can't do and not what they can do.
Yeah, that shits me.
So
Would your advice be to some of these guys, like, to just go and play local footy and cash in, or do they go to the VFL? Because there's not much money in the VFL.
No,
It's a different
I'm
game.
like, well, crack in. And if you're young, like Kynan Brown, well,
Keep going.
let's keep going. And do you go into state or?
Yep.
But first and foremost, let's speak to some clubs and tell them about the game's running and what can you do well and
Connor Brown's
foot.
I've watched him a fair bit.
And footy's tough. It's not like I call it.
good.
It's taken me 20 years to realise. It's not like the world champs athletics it's on tonight. It's like I'm faster than you at 400 and we run out and you beat me 6 times in a row. It's footy's different. You can have 7 chases and 4 pressure acts and the coach loves you.
Yeah.
Whereas it's subjective. Whereas athletics, golf, tennis, all that's easy.
No, it's a tough game.
Yeah.
How long after after these guys get let go do you manage them for? Or is it up to them?
As long as they need. And I've got some players that I'm still, we're working with and we're very hands-on with their finances and we want them to do well with their finances. So there's a lot of people that I'm still talking to have left the game. You'd be surprised. 8+ years and I'm still helping out, regularly.
Do you judge your success? I remember, I think
That's
it
not
was
ideal, but
Sheeds
sometimes that
used to say it to his players that go, if you sacrifice a bit for this and stay off the piss a bit and you learn and I'll turn you into a player and you do this for 10 years, you should own a house or 2, right? Not everyone's going to play 10 years. But do you judge your success on how they come out of it and how set up they are?
There's a fair degree of that.
Yeah.
Robbie, we'll debate inside. It's their money, but I'm pretty, we try our best.
Yep.
Set up structures. It's bloody hard to buy a house these days. Yeah, but it's expensive. So I think gone are the days where someone just plays for. There's very few in between where they just play footy and they're fine. I always think even if you came in as Luke Hodges, a number 1 draft pick, you should be thinking about what else you're going to do.
Yeah.
And start networking. And I've got some great boys.
Is there enough of that goes on? That's a Clarkson thing that I've really liked. I helped Steph, his daughter, start her media. Now she's flying. Got to Fox Sports. And
you helped her?
Well, yeah, got a first job at 10.
Did you?
Yeah.
She had 10.
She was on teams on 10. And
Great
she helped.
mates with Izzy Hardwick from my office.
There you go. No, Steph, she's flying. So proud of my protege there.
She's down at Clarko's presser the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
She was. But he was big, and this has never got traction. And once again, it's one of those things that's not sexy, so it doesn't get picked up. But he said if he was calling the shots, players from 18 to 21 would be a tick over part-time. Not at meetings all the time, less recovery, and he would demand they have something else because he has to let too many go at 21 that haven't started an apprenticeship. Their mates are starting to earn $100,000 a year and they're back to sweet FA.
Yeah.
Is there a balance there?
It's an absolute balance, but on the flip side is
because you're young, you don't need the same amount of recovery in video.
Yeah, but they probably need more
education,
more craft, and so there's a balance. I think there's enough time to study. The Players Association does a great job with all. Like they can pay for hex and
but they don't do it though, do they?
Well, some a lot do. I've got some good players who are studying, like doing a commerce degree part time.
Yeah,
there's some very very hot. Sam Davidson, one of our boys, is 5-year medicine.
The doc,
the doc. We were sort of
but he's a perfect example. Though. He did it beforehand.
Would you say you're half upset he got drafted?
Oh well, because it's like hopefully he can complete. We're worried about his hands. Yeah. They're precious hands. These hands. Yeah.
No, you can always consult. There you go. Okay, well, it's a debate though, isn't it? But
because you get guys like Jack. Do you guys have Higgins? Jack Higgins? Because he was one that was like. It wouldn't have been the right move for him to be sort of like he dropped out of school in year 11 because he was so
I think Jack's sort of been harshly treated. I reckon there's about 1 million people. He finished year 11 and finished, whereas there's 1,000 people who've left earlier. I think you should talk about. Could make a great umpire, Jack.
He'd make a great something. I use him in my media. I use him in my media training. Probably should be paying him a clip. I show some clips when I'm helping people. I talk about connection, not perfection. Probably shouldn't give away my tricks here. But I say this kid, he might not be a rocket scientist, but every time he talks to the media, he's authentic. Yep. If he kicks goal of the year, he tells you about it and how good it feels and has a laugh. And you watch Channel 7, Hamish McLaughlin, they go to him every time.
Playing good footy.
There's something in that.
Good footy.
Yes.
Stiff to not be all us.
Yeah, just had a 4-year week period, but very stiff to not make the squad. It's a great debate, the squad. Yeah. We did a All-Australian for our thirds comp, by the way.
Did you?
Went viral. Did you? A lot of controversy too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about
a couple of boys have, sooked up.
A couple of nerdy ones for me still.
Benny would have made the All-Australian squad.
Well, he kicked a nice snag. We'll show you that.
Yeah, show us.
What bit of it, this whole caper, gets you gets you up and about. Look, when you start pacing around, I'm told when the big deal's on, you just call everyone great man. G'day, great man. G'day, great man. Chewing, get the Red Bulls out.
The Red Bulls. I don't know about I don't chew gum any. I don't know if I ever
You chewed the gum a bit in the cricket?
I'm not a big chewing gum man.
Okay.
But I'm a big sugar-free Red Bull. Then with a bag of Miss Lolly. So it's sort
It
of
might have been the lollies you're into.
it matches it off. It's like, how do you have sugar-free Red Bull and a bag of Miss
Ah, I
Lollies?
get it. Barmy on the
tough.
way down to Geelong used to have 4 dim sims and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And
How many
but
coffees
he's
a day
a
would you
genius.
If it was not fried dimmies, it'd be all right.
They were fried.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what?
bit gets you
The
going?
draft. I
Yeah.
think the draft and like Zach Johnson last year's draft.
Do you know I played with his dad?
AJ.
Azza.
I love AJ.
It's the
one
first
of our-
time I felt really old. I go, that's Azza.
we love. So he's a very, very popular man at our office, AJ.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
Great
Good
character.
coach. Good coach. Good footy knowledge. And Zach getting drafted, we just went nuts. Do you know what I mean? Jack O'Sullivan, I've got some friends of my sons.
So the ones that are on the borderline,
the ones that
they
are
get you right up and
50-50s,
about.
Yeah. So crazy. We just scream and carry on and just genuinely love it. Yeah. That the draft's really
very
exciting.
wholesome.
Of course, you've got, the sad side, which is happening now, and the delistings, and we're going to work our asses off to help these guys. But then the draft's, exciting. And then the flip side is you can never win the draft. Night one's good if you can have a couple there, but night two, then you're worried about the 4 guys or the couple of guys who missed.
Yeah.
So you can never celebrate too hard. Or you do for a minute and then you're thinking about the guys who missed. So it's not a great job, is it?
No. I remember these all come back to me now in the times before I knew you, but knew of you as a manager and before the Charlie Curnow draft. And he had the snafu with the drink drive from memory. And your understanding of the media is
That was
really
in Adelaide,
it was in Adelaide.
Yeah, the draft. Yeah.
And everyone you knew it, going, well, the kid's going to get picked up, he's a star, but there's this the media just going to go for it. And you stuck him up and said, well, you may as well just hit him now.
Yeah.
Rip the banner. And the kid, he handled it really
Did
well.
you
And I
did
saw
you put him up for a presser?
Yeah, put him up. You did.
Yeah.
And I saw you pump your fist. It might have probably pre-Robbie, but someone said he's killing it. He's killing it.
Yeah, well,
Because he was handling the
late-
situation.
late
You knew
great-
once it had
the late
happened, it was
great
gone.
Mick Turner, who loves his Geelong Falcon
Yeah.
boys, was adamant
Great
he was
man.
a star. And it was really, it was pretty clever by the Blues. They drafted Curnow and DeConing in the same, and I think Mackay.
Yeah, I think
all the
Curnow
same
Mackay's
draft.
that one, yeah.
Pretty good draft. Charlie slid a bit just because that, but in hindsight, it was silly. He was 17, 18.
Footballers
He's
are risk
18.
takers.
Still went 12.
He's 18 and he's a beautiful boy. So it was just, lacked a bit of, awareness at that time.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But it was, and the move to, I reckon some managers say those cameras aren't getting anywhere near him and shield him away. And I always say to people, it makes you look a bit guilty, like you got someone to hide. Was it your call? Oh, you probably don't
can't
remember. But
no.
you said, you know what, it's going to happen anyway.
Maybe it was a
Here he
Geelong
is.
Who knows? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or maybe he had to as part of the draft.
Well,
So-
potentially.
Probably.
So what's the go with Charlie? What's
where's the
happening
horn?
with-
Oh, get the horn.
No, he's Ricky's. Ricky. He's Robbie's boy. He's overseas, so it's a good time. Just go to sleep. Thank God for Zach Merritt. Just keep taking taking the 1-2s, and in 2 weeks when I come back on the pod with Chom,
Yes.
I'll just come on for 3 minutes and say, Chom, where were you? I'm missing Chom.
We're going to do that.
Hopefully he's looking after George Wardlaw up in Spain. I think they're
He
together,
is.
are they, Moff?
Yeah.
And Arch, do you do Arch? You got Arch?
Nah, but the 3 of them.
Arch, PC,
What
Wardlaw.
about the dog? There was Chom's dog.
Oh,
You
it's on the
exaggerated that story
on the
a little.
anxiety meds. Pisses itself.
Yeah,
Bit of a story.
It did wee that
Apparently,
day.
Chom had a little snafu in the, but he just got a bit excited with his Chom 12th in the BNF's a bit off.
Chom took his dog's anxiety tablet.
Well, I think he did when he realised he was 12th in the BNF. And he fucking struts around like he's Peter Knights. But we need
12.
we need
I'm
that
gonna have a
system
strong
overhauled,
chat to
right?
Clarko.
Because what happens in that system if you miss 4 or 5 games you cooked? PC came 10th.
Well,
Curtis had a great year.
yeah, I know.
Yes.
Very.
Actually,
good
I
year.
did a show with Clarko last week.
Oh,
Round
hello.
so far on Saturday night.
What's it
Yes.
called?
The round so far AFL show.
Yes.
And I asked him where's the improvement coming from? Who's going to go to the next level? First name
Chom.
Chom.
Really?
He said it's the guys that have been there for 4 or 5 years. I'm talking Combin.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe
Didn't
less,
say Chom, said
less
Chom.
No, he
holidays,
called him the
more
Chomp.
bench
Yeah.
press. Yeah. He can play. Right, he
Do you think
touched on
Sean
it.
will listen to this? And
He'll be
Drake's?
listening.
Yeah.
They get nervous. But you know what? They've hardly been mentioned.
Yeah,
Okay? The show is bigger than them because they come on and they say bugger
The
all
girls'
anyway.
show went bigger than this,
It
didn't
did.
it? Have we done just one?
They're
or-
looking for a sponsor.
Yeah.
I said, Mel keeps asking me about it.
Yeah.
Where's does Drapes come back up for
Club
air on the
function.
show yet? Club functions.
Club functions.
Which club?
We don't know.
Okay.
He goes to the Essendon Best and Fairest.
He will.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah,
What would you, if you were advising him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say go?
Yeah, absolutely.
I as a mate, said, and I don't, he'd probably take a leave. I said, "Yeah, half a chance to get a clip." But he's a brave boy and he loves the club.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
it's
reckon
probably-
he's got
when
the
is their Best and Fairest?
It's like October too. Okay. I reckon he'll strut in with his shoulders back.
Yeah. Yeah, good on
I
him.
just reckon when you've played the 80 games, you're in that real hitting zone where they think you're a chance to go and play your best footy elsewhere, and you are a chance to get one on the. But if you
By
do,
the way,
you
they're
do.
going to probably get a good pick, so it's,
Hey?
they'll get a good
Yeah.
pick, so it's fine.
But they've known that's coming for a while, so it's not like it's just come out. I bloody waited there for 10 hours for him the other day at the Bombers and still didn't get him.
No,
Surely
and you know what?
Bucks
You
get
left,
10
you left 5
hours.
minutes early.
If Butts doesn't get the first interview there, I'm giving up.
I've already told Cleary to piss off.
Yeah.
Cleary asked about
Absolutely.
it.
Get out of the goal square.
Yeah,
Clear
they're
it.
going to make me hand back a media pass if we don't ask you a couple, right? So
Yeah.
Curnow, you're going to put him to sleep. Is
Well,
that
just he's
where you're at?
overseas.
Yeah.
So, and it's Robbie's domain. I think Robbie's on the record saying, if they think it's good for them, and that remember in all these trades, everyone gets a bit excited. If you're contracted, it's hard. Well, it's hard, but you only get. It has to be a trade has to have both parties agree.
Yeah.
So it's like you can say it won't happen. It might be harder if it's a captain or something like that. But for Charlie Curnow, he's 29, 30. It might be just Carlton think that it works well though as well. But that'll all play out and it will take time. It's like we have got a month to go.
Yep.
And if he stays, he stays. Do you know what I mean?
When
He'll be fine.
is the club's default position they're not going anywhere? Like how much do supporters and media need to read into that statement? Because it often changes and no one holds you to it.
I would say let's take Charlie Curnow or anyone else.
Mm.
Everyone's tradable. I'll give you an example. If I'm Melbourne Footy Club and I'm saying Christian Petrarca is not going, but then they say we're going to give you Bontempelli, we're going to give you Sam Darcy, we're going to give you Ed Richards in our first 2 rounds. So I'm giving an exaggerated example, but everyone's tradable because then they're probably going, well, okay,
price for everything, isn't it?
I think we've got to do that trade. You know? So that to me means everyone's tradable if we're being, over the top.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where like the clubs say, hey, we're not trading this guy, then it's on the managers to go, all right, well, if that's your stance, we're going to go talk to other managers, like it's already been reported. But is that where the managers come
I
involved?
don't know about talking to other managers, but you're trying to work out what possibly could work to make this trade happen. Do you know what I mean? So in what world would Melbourne, Carlton, Essendon look at this? So your job is to try and come up with some ideas to try and help.
So Robbie would be cooking up some wild trade scenarios right now.
Yeah, well, possibly, or he's just, as I said, going to sleep because it's sometimes you just need time. And we've been doing it for so long, we understand how it works. And I think we've just got these exciting 2 weeks, and then we get through it, and then we roll our sleeves up, and trade radio starts.
Right.
And we all go to sleep.
We need to get him before them. Yeah. Right, Clarity the Cats. Is that back on it?
No.
With Kingy back at the D's.
100%
Back at the D's.
No, stays at the D's. He had a really.
I thought he was out.
Nah, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Just take that to the bank.
Kingy said as much today.
Well, I'm backing Kingy in too.
There you
Play
go.
against Kingy ever in the day?
Yeah, he took my spot in the 07 VFL Grand Final. And then played in an AFL one the next week. So we always had, that's why we had that photo today. But I was emergency, so if King got the flu, I was in.
Did you remind him?
And you know what he said?
Did you remind him today?
No, I love him. He was...
Is that why he had all that joke box gear in the presser?
He ran the joke box. Yeah. But he played an AFL Grand Final the next week.
Were you two at the presser together today?
We were.
I got a lot of... I was best on ground.
He was in the back row, and Butts is just like you're trying to ask hard questions about,
Shit-house questions they
What's
ask.
happening with Petrarca and Oliver? What's the list and
Butsy's
everything?
question?
And Butsy's lobbing in these. You going to bring the joke box back like you did in the VFL back in the day?
You know what? And everyone uses the grab that he wants to make it a lighter environment. He used to run the joke box.
Yeah.
So you had to open a joke and read it out before the meetings.
He would have loved that.
He was before
you
his
made him
time.
feel comfortable, then you hit him with
Yes, I said, Paul, today, there's an idea that I might freelance as the question asker.
Yeah.
Because all my questions go on the fucking news.
Yeah.
These blokes bore people, and everyone
Hang
gets
on,
all their
hang on.
they get all their bloody guards up because they don't want to say
Can
anything.
I give you one funny story on that? Back
Please.
to the Brownlow. So the Brownlow's is one of my favourite times too, and we've had a bit of fun. And I'd normally watch the Brownlow on the couch in the trackies, but we had this function at the local school, and it's back ages. Jimmy Bartell won it in the end, and so he wasn't expected to win, I don't think, Jimmy. But we'd been having a few drinks, and I had 4 mates with me, and I'm like ringing Patrick Keane, I'm coming in. So I got the suit on, the boys got the suit on. We all went in, marched in. Anyway, back in that day, they had a press conference, and 4 of my mates are sitting with me in the presser, and one of them's put his hand up, and I'm like trying to put the hand down, and he's like, Julian from Horse and Hound. And his question was okay, and it kept getting replayed, the answer.
He got the grab.
Yeah.
He's cut
So
from
he's
my
still
cloth.
Yeah, very
Yes.
funny.
They
Julian
come in
Ralph,
too
good
hard,
man.
these blokes, and they're like a dog. They sniff the fear. Yeah?
So I've had a bit of fun at the Brownlows over the year.
Well, but no, we had a bit today. We had about 5 presses at Collingwood together, and then
What was the
over
big news out of
desert.
Collingwood?
Well, they love the clubs put up like 5 guys on the Monday, and then you
big
roll them out.
media day.
Yeah.
One on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. But Butts and I got sectioned off 7 and 10 working as a team. We had
Did.
there was a bit of tension
Bo
though.
McCreary?
There was a bit of tension.
But I tell you, Geordie to go, he
With,
speaks
no,
well.
no, don't, let's not gloss over this.
No.
You were very worried when you found out that Bo McCreary was just with us. And I didn't understand why, but apparently there's some history there.
Look,
What do you mean
He's
just
trying to
with
bring. He's trying to bring a bit of craft.
Hang
I
on,
don't mind it.
No, this is
He's brought a bit of craft. There was. I think I got a bit excited a year or two ago with Bo's mum about when she gave the rev up.
Yeah, the rev up.
And I might have I can't remember it, Moff. I don't know. I hope we don't have it. But I remember.
we'll slot it in.
Yeah, I remember. I must have just said something like she was a sexy woman or something, and it took off a bit to the point where I actually sought out
apologise.
Bo and said, "Mate, I'm so sorry. Like I wasn't, being disrespectful. I just thought it was a great rev up, and and then it got a bit weird. And he said, "What do you say about my mum?" I said, I don't know." And I just pretended it didn't happen and walked off. But we had him today. But we were all good.
He was
Well,
okay.
good.
Yeah.
He went over to the Collingwood media manager and he said that they were good fellas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there we
So
go.
there we
You
go.
heard him say that. You heard him say that.
We were told that. So we don't know if it actually happened.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, it was a big day.
Yeah.
5 Collingwood interviews into
Gosh.
Kingy.
And now we're
And now we're here. So almost here.
Pod.
Jamara, you're going to get
Jamarra?
him. We'll be playing in the league next year.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. He's a good story. Like he's a good story. It'll be a great story.
We love a redemption story.
We love a redemption story. I said, actually, we talked about that. We're just barracking for it. I've got no breaking news other than it'd be great to see him play footy next year. Yeah. He looks fit. He's got you know what he's got? He's got an appetite for training.
Yeah.
So he loves training. He trains hard. I think he still can play.
Shit, yeah. he can
So
play.
it's just, is someone going to give him an opportunity? And you might have to go 10 steps back to go 20 forward. But let's see. I'm nearly like you guys, just watching and barracking.
Are you going to need
Robbie's done a great job.
Terry
And
Wallace in the day when he did it for Ben to take a bit of a risk here and go, look, there's a chance it goes bad, but
absolutely.
The positive is you might get a number 1 draft pick key forward.
the game's hard too. You know what I mean? So you need every edge you can get, and every story's different. But Giants took a great leap of faith with Jesse Hogan, and he turned out to be all Australian. So as you said, we love a redemption story. So that's what I'm barracking
You
for.
posted an Insta in your office, I reckon, on
Yeah.
Friday. How was that?
It was just he pops in now. You know,
Routine chat.
Routine, nothing like earth shattering. It was just, but he looks great.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Looks great, and he was chatting to Robbie, and they were solving the world's problems. And yeah, let's barrack hard. That's why I'm a footy fan.
Nah, I think we're barracking.
Yeah.
We're barracking, Moff.
Yeah,
You haven't used the horn. We're almost there.
No.
It's been. I'm very nerdy. I mean, we don't talk much footy, but with you, I
like
think even
cricket
the
more than
audience
footy.
like it.
You reckon?
We don't talk a heap of footy. We talk a lot of showers and
Yeah, my kids are going to be like they're going to be like
life.
you bored the potty to death. My kids are going to say,
Do you
Charlie,
did
they're
you
going to be flat on me.
Did you like all the? Do you miss all the good stuff about footy, the club rooms and the showers and the
Well, I'm
footy
at the
trips?
club room. Well,
Yeah.
the footy trip.
Yeah.
Like, well, we had silly Saturday.
You're a bit of
the
a
other
madman
week.
on
That
the
was-
footy trips, were you? Back in
No,
the day?
well, Old Savs didn't have the biggest ones. We've got one this year, but it's the other
still
story-
going on.
Can I tell you what? Like, I feel like I've got a couple of stories that I keep forgetting.
Please.
So to start getting into footy, do you know how I got into footy?
You were the party planner.
Well, yeah,
Like Van Wilder.
I organised. I was great friends with Scott McGuinness
Yeah.
and Andy Gower. So the current pres of Hawthorn, we played an under-12s premiership for Q Rovers, then an under-19 premiership for Old Zavs. If you want to check out my Instagram, there's a couple of goals or a goal I kicked.
I would like to have a look.
A bit of me in that too.
What year?
Andy
Early
talked about
80s.
87.
87,
Played
yeah,
against Greg Madigan from Hawthorn premiership player.
Yeah, bloody hell. Marsland boy.
Marsland, we were 30 points down, 10-minute mark of the last, and Andy Gower's best on
Punch
ground.
anyone?
Yeah.
No, I didn't punch, but I carried on.
Good man.
Yeah, carried on. But then I just digress there just to pump myself up. a
Yeah,
bit.
well, nothing wrong with that. In fact, that is encouraged in every story.
Anyway, I got down, which just couldn't happen today. I was the party planner, and I organised this huge party called the Mad Hatters Party on Glenferrie Oval. Shane Crawford, Mark Graham, Walt Disney, but Dean Anderson, Sean Ralsmith, Scott McGinn, all of them. Dean Condon, Rat, the Platten, and Jason.
the Rat.
And I became, and then I went on their trip to Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And I performed well.
The download.
No,
Well, hang on.
yeah.
What is?
No, just we went to the Gold Coast. They went for about 5 days. I went for 2.
Yeah.
But I thought I performed pretty well for a young buck.
Yeah.
Just drinking and carry on and
Yeah.
wrestling and I think
that's great
I think I
stuff.
wrestled Jason and the boy. I earned a bit of
Jesus.
cred because he's tough and
Yeah.
I didn't get beaten, but I didn't probably win either. But then I became close to Jason and he recommended me to Ricky Nixon. So that's how that all started.
Must have been one hell of a party. What was the
Oh, it
go?
was
The
awesome.
Mad Hatters party?
Well, it was a big marquee.
Yeah.
Mate, Shane Crawford would have sold 120 tickets. Walt Disney.
What would
Raiden
it be
Tallis.
like now?
They're good. Just
Like
great.
a- Is it?
Oh,
I can't picture
you couldn't
it. It
even
sounds
picture
like just a normal party.
How odd is it? So now you just don't raise money for footy trips. It's just not on. Yeah. And B,
Was it a fundraiser?
fundraiser for their footy trip?
See, now I get
yeah.
it.
So he brought in as a consultant to run their footy trip.
So all the girls from the schools on Glenferrie Road,
Oh, well,
MLC
no, because
and
the
everything.
boys would just sell tickets. There was boys whoever they knew. They'd come from, all over,
That's right.
Yeah. Help Croft with his 21st planning. Crazy.
What's the best party that you pulled off over the years?
That'd be up there.
Yeah.
My 21st was pretty good too.
What happened there?
No, it was just a good party. God bless my mum and dad who we had 3 parish priests there. I reckon there was a lot of rosaries set after
A little bit of alcapurita, a little bit of boom boom in the backyard.
KFC for lunch. It was good. Yeah, they were good. 21st were great in the day. Back now it's like all different because my son just had his 21st, which is quite fun at a pub and a few fireball shots. And I like a fireball shot.
Yeah,
so it's a bit of a party
gets
trip.
it going.
I'd like to take the fireballs around.
Are you having the big party this year in the finals? That's
No,
normally
we're not.
on about
You know
now.
what? Yeah, I know, and I've had a few calls on it. We're not doing it this year. And
That's disappointing.
Robbie did say to me today, it's quite not. It's surprising how many people have called going, "Have you forgotten you're not inviting us?"
Bell's Hotel.
Was at Bell's. Bell's is sold. Didn't get as much buying from a few partners. So
Okay, fair
we'll
enough.
take a year off and then we'll revisit what we do year after.
We might have Mad Hatters again.
Yeah.
Where does Jake come from the old
Jake,
days?
well,
Jake
I
the
tell you,
Snake.
in 1986, my mum, who's a star, by the way, I think I was grounded for life in year 9, actually, at that stage, and made a ton on the road, should I tell you that? And then mum said I could go out
Continue to
that
pump
night.
up. That's fine.
Anyway, no,
Would have been a
my
lot of cut
old
shots. You
nickname-
love to cut.
My nickname was Poopy, right? And there's about 38 reasons why that. I won't even go into it. My mum's like, Paul James, can you change your nickname? I said, Mum, you can't just change your nickname. It's
Did you
impossible.
poop your pants?
No, it was a long story. It
All
was
right, okay.
38 stories.
Yeah, fair
derivatives. I'll go.
That's
off
all right.
Off air. Anyway, I'm like, I'll give it a go though. But I'm telling you, Mum, if you got to put, and anyone who's known me for 25 plus years, they'd still call me Poopy.
I love that.
But then even 35 years, you got to, you've known me for 30 years if you call me Poopy.
Yeah.
But then Jake, because Jake was Hawthorn and AFL is pretty strong. Anyway, it was after the World Wrestling and we had Matthew Burke, Killer.
Yep.
That was the Killer Bees, the bee by and bled, the Killer Bees. Jason Richardson was Steamboat. So, he was steaming when I carried on at Store Gift. So we're all missing the missing link. We got all the names. And I was Jake the Snake Roberts, who turns out to be a crackhead, cocaine, just shocker. But Jake was from the wrestling.
Right.
Loved Hulk Hogan. I wore black armbands for a week after the Hulk died.
Yeah, that was very
So
sad.
we loved our wrestling and it stuck,
It's starting to drop off, aren't they? The wrestlers in those boxes of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, they were big names back then.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, Xander. Yeah.
There you go.
And Jake stuck. My mum was pretty happy. She was
Yeah,
like,
it's better than Poopy.
yeah.
Small man calls you Jake.
Yeah, he'd call me Jake. Yeah.
Our final management one for
People
me.
even said, one of those, I was in a meeting and Clarko is with Tom Lynch and Clarko's talking, Tom Lynch, me, Clarko, I think there was Andrew Russell and his Jack and he was talking about Jager O'Meara. So Tom Lynch's head's exploding because he's never heard me called Jake before. He thinks this guy Andrew Russell's Andrew, but he's calling him Jack. And then he's talking about Jager O'Meara, and it's John. He's gone and he goes, I'm just a bit confused. Who's Jack and who the hell's Jake? I'm like, well, I was Jake.
I like it. He's warming up now.
Hey, what's Tom Lynch doing having a meeting with Clarko?
That was ages ago when we left. Where was Clarko at Hawthorn?
When he's leaving Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good Malvern boy too.
Good
Seen him
Malvern
strut
boy.
around the park. Now,
Mad ambassador.
he
Mad
is.
Foundation.
Yeah, and no, I won't say that because it's a different car brand.
Yeah.
I've
Mazda.
never.
Like the Mazda.
You didn't give me the letter in 2000, but I've just
Yeah, I
got to
know.
tell you, I'm about to sort of
Tell Dad I said sorry.
renegotiate with the clubby boys.
I'd like to take on Dill. Well, yeah.
And
we are
Baldwin.
on.
There we go.
Yes.
Look, because I think they sort of had it over me a bit last time. There was a bit of desk banging.
We're
so
on.
look out, boys.
Watch out, Dill.
Yes.
Yeah, I might need Paul to negotiate my somewhat deal with 200 plus because I've been stitched up twice.
Oh, he's getting a bit of cash and aids and
Nah,
hey,
he's
looks
one-
good. You know, early
so
opportunity for the lad.
now-
hey, it's not all about the big coin
To
early.
justify this to me, I've come over the other week not knowing that Butsy's actually put my entire chat with him behind a paywall. And then
good for revenue.
Do you know
and
what
then-
Charlie Connors asked me that? He goes, are you going behind the paywall? I said,
No,
I
no,
don't
he's
even know
not.
what that means.
And then I've started sending in some gear to the boys about Butts on the road and some little mishaps that he's had behind the paywall as well.
Paywall.
I'm getting nothing out of it.
Hey,
You're a big name. if it's
comes
behind
out in the
paywall.
wash. Comes out in the wash. They
well.
like. You know what? I just had to test
No
you with the
paywall
audience.
here.
Okay.
Okay. And if they arced up behind the paywall, I wouldn't have brought you out tonight. So shut up.
and I've-
or we'll blow the
Did they
horn.
I've
like
got a hat
it?
for my
Did anyone pay?
They liked him. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
they paid up.
Yeah,
Oh, we
they're
got some
warm to him.
good plumbers.
Good
on
plumbers.
The, on
How
the
good are the
membership.
plumbers?
Their plumbers are good.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've got a plumbing
I
sponsor
feel
on.
Yeah.
Reese Plumbing have come on.
Oz Pex and Reese Plumbing.
Yeah.
I'm all over Reese Plumbing. I'm about to get their shirts.
Well,
A
there you
great
go.
friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we agree in plumbing, you just, I'm a bit of a DIY, but I don't fuck around with plumbing.
You got the Breeze Plumbing sponsorship.
We do, yes,
They're
we
the
do.
They're coming on
And
for
Oz
our
Pex.
grand final week. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to get
They're friends of the
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Well, there you
Gosh.
go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Don't be a stranger, please. We probably talked a bit too much footy, but we
Sorry.
got it out, so we'll just talk filth and fighting and 80s parties next time. But
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm pumped.
Good man.
Thanks, Moff.
Well,
Thanks,
he's
Benny.
got a
Well
bit of
done.
a pack. What's he got?
Xander.
A couple of
got the
bottles of
top.
Tonk.
He's got
I
a
got the
top.
top.
He's got
Top.
a couple of old
Couple of
wines
reds.
and a hat as well.
How good's the top?
Yeah.
Good. A grey. I wanted the grey.
And I think come trade time, when we come up door stopping, you speak to us and you tell the others to.
And I'll wear the top.
Yeah, that's top. That's how it works.
Yes.
Thanks for having
again,
us,
mate.
boys.
Go well. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? He's a good man. It was long.
I loved it.
Yeah. Do we let the footy chat fester, Benny? You've got it. You're a bit hungover, and if you could easily be bored tonight
No, I enjoyed that a lot.
because he's so powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're all good. Like,
You were
What do they
excited.
say?
You were chomping at the bit,
Well,
champing at the bit.
But I got sprayed by the bloody horn every time that I wanted to try and get into anything. He's good. Yeah.
I think we broke a couple.
Geez, he tells a good story.
Clary
He
Stang,
knows how to tell
Jamarra.
a yarn.
Jamarra's Clary staying,
Yeah.
and Jamarra, we're cheering for the story. They might run tomorrow. They're going to run.
Yeah.
Has-
Get the vision.
Look at the vision.
Charlie as well. Did we? He talked
Well,
about Charlie.
you know what the line with Charlie is? Anyone's tradable.
Yeah.
They're just saying,
Yeah.
well, we need to just come up with a good deal.
And that Robbie is cooking up the trade scenarios as we speak. He's pitching it. Which there you go. Bit of something.
Bit
But
of
yeah.
something.
He's engaging.
Yeah.
Great yarns.
He's
Maybe
a
he
good
needs Chom and Drapes to really.
We'll get him
going.
back. We'll get him back.
Get him fired
Have
up on
to.
some really weird material.
Righto. You've got a bit of weird material, haven't you? Quickly. Now, is there beef between you
Hang
two
on.
because Moff requested your missus?
We're not running with this, are we?
Yes, we're running
not
with
running
it.
with this.
Bring the
I
mail.
knew you were going to bring this up.
Okay, it's okay.
No,
but I
I
think
brought
we
this up
just
with Butts.
need.
I said, "Who's this Josh Moffitt?"
Yes,
What's
you
going on
did.
here? Yeah.
So you requested while you're away.
No. So yeah, in all fairness, like I actually don't follow you, Xander, so I'm sorry, but
That's
Well, that was the other element to all this.
that's
I was
why I was like, "Fuck,
He was-
this is worse," you know, because Xander's a friend of the pod,
Yes.
and he's a friend of yours, so he's a friend of mine in my eyes.
Do you not follow the news breakers?
No, I don't
Why
know
not?
where. It's just I've just missed that one.
He's
so
upset.
I am upset.
He didn't mean it. Odd.
I don't have a follow from off myself still.
No.
I'll do it right now.
Oh yeah, I had to wait 2 years to get a follow back from Butts actually. So
Yeah, I'm a bit slack like that, but I don't mean it because I just keep sending me your DMs when I don't follow you, and I'll still reply to them. But I'm getting better. Okay. Anyway,
There we go.
let's
Beef
move
squashed. I've sent the follow. So
Good man.
Hopefully I get one
Muffy.
back.
on. Righto. On the bright side, thanks to BWS. Now we're working on a sting, but I apparently need to sex it up a bit. It wasn't quite good enough. But on the bright side, it's brought to you by mates BWS. It's the end of footy year sale, Xander, at BWS, giving all footy fans something to celebrate this footy final season. So only 4 teams left. Everyone else, you're not watching your team,
No.
but you're looking on the bright side, okay? So let's continue to go low ladder. Oh, my little 4-year-old, he's got the ladder on the fridge and he keeps asking me why these teams are no good. And I try to be positive. I try to look on the bright side. So, Carlton. Right, how are we looking on the bright side with Carlton? We haven't spoken about that.
the great Paul Connors'
Well,
client
they've
Campbell
got-
Chesser.
Yes.
He's got a lot of upside. There's a lot to like there.
He does,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Talented
there you
young midfielder.
Yeah,
Hasn't
talented young
quite
midfielder.
clicked at West Coast.
Nah, got a bit of go about him. A lot of go about him.
Has he?
Good for culture.
Right.
Yep.
Culture boy, is he?
Yeah.
Up and about. When
Yeah.
it's cold in July and the hammies are getting tight, Campbell will be up and about.
Campbell
That's
will be
good
up
to
and
know.
about. Yeah. He's connected with a few of the young boys there and very well liked in the circles. Very good good culture man at these Connor Sports gatherings down at down the Mornington Peninsula and the like over summer. So he's
Righto,
well liked
okay.
figure. It's a good get. It's good. Sammy
Good.
Flanders, bit to like. Graham Wright.
Are they getting Flanders, are they?
Have you seen the numbers on Carlton since Graham Wright? Well, I'm
getting
not
a bit
saying to get
excited.
him, but they're in
I
the
feel like
fight.
I'm on Ed and Jimmy here.
They're in the fight. They're in
I've
the
seen
fight.
it.
But they've got Graham Wright since he took over AFL. I think 2 zip. AFLW 4-1.
Right, okay. And now the bright side. And I'll tell you another one. Righto, whether you keep Curnow or keep Mackay, they're wanted. So you either keep them and you've got 2 good forwards or you're going to get a shit ton of good players for them.
Yeah, and TDK had Saucer gone, so
Yeah.
that hurts you. But you know,
Get
Anyway.
Jagger Smith.
Maybe-
He's
Jagger
big.
Smith, here's a
Jagger
recruit.
Smith. He's
What about the Camporelli boys? They can play.
Yep.
They're half as good as the old man. Apparently they're lacking run and they're lacking toe and kicking skills. Camporelli.
Yeah.
Play them.
Hudson O'Keefe showing a bit.
There we go. Bright side.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
There's a bit going on there.
Righto, young man. Thank you for dropping in. Second time round, I reckon you might get paid. I don't think you get 2 freebies. That's the old rule.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've got the Old Wines, thanks to our friend at All Wines. There we go.
Yep,
Moff's-
yep.
Moff's
I
nodding
gave
out
you a
there,
hoodie,
that's
didn't
right.
I?
Nah, I got a T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt.
43 SLG. Oh, you've
Get
got
you
a hoodie.
We'll
Yeah, we've
get
got the
you a
hoodie
after
here.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he might have played himself. And I thought he was pretty good. Very eager with Connors.
Well, what do you say? Like, you can't leave the chair. Like, you can't go away like these boys.
No,
the minute you
that's
do
the
that,
old
you
one.
give up the
Don't
spot.
take a holiday.
Don't take a
Exactly.
holiday in showbiz. Yeah. Well, I liked being here with Paul. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good info, that sort of thing. I mean, I look forward
Not
to being
all
a-
about the news, mate. You can't come on here looking to break stories.
I
We
might be
kind of
a,
just chill, but if we break one, we break one.
Yeah, I might be a spectator in the BTV crowd. That could be my next. My
Yes,
next
with the duffer stick.
interaction with the doof stick. Yeah, were you explaining doof sticks to someone recently?
Oh, I think on the show.
Yeah.
It's quite weird. But I get it now on a big broom or a paint roller.
Or it was being explained to you.
Yeah, in case you lose your mates. I
that's
haven't been to a
fossil,
festival
so-
since the 05 Big Day Out. I lasted an hour and went to the TAB. So it's been a while between
Are you
drinks.
two BTV operators?
Yeah.
Like annually?
No, I've only been once, but I just went to Tomorrowland. So I like the music. But I've only been once, so we'll see. I'm excited for this year. What about you?
I've been once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Pitch once.
How'd you go pitch?
It was pretty hectic.
Where's
Yeah.
Pitch?
Pitch is in
Ballarat.
No, it's like
Grampians.
yeah, it's
Grampians.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes out
Jesus.
of Ararat, I reckon.
But it's like so.
Like
put it
the,
this way,
the
it's
Dry.
Like
The movie
hard.
The Dry was up
Depending
there.
when you went, but it's really become like real hard style
No,
techno.
it was pretty hard. It was too hard for me.
Too hard. Like no lyrics at all.
no.
Just pure bass.
I would need Chom's dog's medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun though. Like,
Yeah.
we had a good time, and I saw Dennis Salter at the Ararat KFC.
Oh, sick.
Who the fuck is Dennis Walter?
Dennis
I know
Walter.
Dennis Walter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
3RW who does the carols. I mean, great. Dennis Walter's my friend.
Yeah.
I used to do the footy tips on his show.
He's a DJ.
All right,
and,
Dennis Salter.
There was this big. I don't know if you've heard. There was this big thing at the time because it was wherever we were in the Grampians, there was zero phone connectivity. So you could just start these wild Chinese whispers and just let them go.
Right.
So Dennis Salter was the headline act on night 3.
Yes.
And basically, as soon as everyone got in on night 1, someone started a rumor that Dennis Salter had died in a plane crash.
Oh my
and
god.
And he'd been pulled out of night 3 BTV. So it
This is
became this
quite
whole
sick.
thing like,
Sick shit.
no, I'm just,
You kids are sick.
no, we were rocked by the news.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were, "Jeez,
Yeah.
come here to watch Dennis Salter. He's like, so for 2.5 days, everyone's thinking, is he going to show up? Is he not going to show up? Lo and behold, there he was. Dennis Salter didn't die in a plane crash. Saw him at the KFC the next day.
There you go.
Amazing.
Chinese whispers.
Maybe next year you can have like a 200 plus weird festival chat, like an extra recovery when we go 5 days.
We might have to get Xander up
We'd rate
at
its
BTV.
tits off.
We'll get
you
Xander
might
up at BTV.
because those two clowns. Chom's probably overseas again,
Yeah.
and Drapes is playing for
What are they doing in Brisbane?
far north Queensland or someone, whoever the fuck he signs for.
Yeah.
So it might be you and me with a duffer stick, talking about news to people 3 days into a bender would go well, wouldn't it?
I can't believe
Trade
how much he
news.
stitched me up, old Drapesy. I can't believe that day out at the Bombers.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
4:45 I was there till, but I couldn't stay any longer. Apparently he got hauled back in for another meeting after the yarn dropped. And he had to-
Hold in. Yeah, he did. He had to go back to Scott.
He did say he saw you waiting out the front, but you're at the wrong exit or something. Maybe?
No, I was at definitely
the right one, or he went out the back.
I was at the wrong entry at the start when he got in there.
Yeah.
And then I saw what I thought was his car. I don't know if I should say this. I saw what I thought was his car, and I was like, "That drives this." So I went around the side. As I got to where his car was, the lock had gone, and the bleep of the lock.
Yeah.
Lock's gone. I went, oh, okay. So he's already gone. I've missed him. But I went over to the car. I was thinking, I'm not sure if this is Drapes because I thought I got a glimpse of him and as he was driving past.
Yeah.
And I walk up to the car, and I wasn't spying in the car or anything. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw a big clubby sports tote bag on the front seat. And I thought,
Oh, yeah.
One.
I thought, that'd be Drapes here. I reckon.
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come exit meeting season.
Yeah. I thought he was just going to get someone. I thought someone had driven him home, to be honest. He was in there for that long. I was like, there's nothing. I booked in my annual leave while I was sitting there because it was such a deflating afternoon. Just sitting there for you've done.
I've done a heap of it, and you start to realise what a waste of time it is.
Yeah, because
you're getting paid to do it, but it's just so silly, really. But
I got Rids coming out.
Yeah,
and that
that's
was the
a good
day
get.
after. Yeah, but he didn't. He gave me donuts yeah. I don't want to
no, just say it.
No, I don't want to put anyone. But we buttoned on too late, and we missed it.
Oh,
We
no,
missed
we've all
most
had
of
one of
We've
those
all had them,
howlers.
yeah.
yeah. So
A bit of a late button.
yeah. So
Oh well,
it's a tough day.
that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah.
You know that happened in the it was Channel 7 cameraman too, and I worked with him, and he told me the story with how am I forgetting the name? Like the greatest crook, and they got him in Greece, and he with the hair hat.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Because I know the journo's Norm Beeman.
No, yeah, Normie was the journo.
Who was the journo?
And Normie was the journo with what's his name? Think.
Who?
He's just got out of prison.
Tony Mockbell.
Tony Mockbell. They went to doorstop Mockbell in Greece and got him. Like they had him cold and he double hit. He buttoned on, then buttoned off. Got back nothing on the disc.
And for like 4-minute walk and talk says everything apparently. And they get there and Norm Beeman, the journo's gone, whose son was
Cam Beeman?
He's one of the great men. He was the chief of staff at 9 News for a while. And Norm goes, he's thinking, I've just won every award in the book. This is amazing. And apparently, the camo's gone, oh my God.
No.
And he started like spewing because the anxiety's hit him and he's realised I've buggered this up. And the next day, apparently, he was being transferred between, the cell to the court or whatever it was. And they got an opportunity and they went up and they got him they got like 1 grab or 2 grabs as he was sort of walking through the door and he gave him like 2 grabs, but he gave him the full 4-minute walk and talk and they didn't button on for it. And it's one of the great tragedies of TV journalism that still gets told us.
The other one, Graham Corns did it.
And he kept it under his hat, Norm, for about 2 or 3 years.
That's a good effort. You always look after your camo.
Yeah.
You don't throw your camo under.
He didn't want to...
No, we didn't. No, I've had one of those. Have I told you this one?
Yes, I know the one at Richmond.
No, which one at Richmond?
Oh, now I forgot.
No, I had one early doors on Remembrance Day when I was I was an on the road like news journo, not sport, and it was a huge pull to get the for Remembrance Day, and there was stuff going on everywhere, and politicians speaking and soldiers and the like, and my job for the pool was to get the 21 gun salute, the guns. Right?
Oh no!
And anyway, we were fucking running a bit late, and I'm saying to the cameraman, "Shit, it's
can't get him to fire him again.
We're getting close to gun time, mate." And he goes, "Yeah, I know, mate. I know. We just got to find a park anyway." So we park in the Tan somewhere, and I'm a northern suburbs boy. I'm from. I'd run around the Tan twice in my life. I'm not growing up on St Kilda Road like you flogs. Anyway,
Mate, this bloke, I've never heard
Shut
more
up.
of a bloody
I'm
rags to riches. You went to Ivanhoe Grammar.
Yeah, I did. Good northern suburbs boy. Okay,
Northern suburbs.
Anyway,
come on.
so we got a bit disorientated in the old botanical gardens and couldn't work out where the fuck the shrine was.
Pretty big.
And the guns started going off, and it felt like every bullet was getting me in the heart. Right, and they're just going boom, boom, and every network needs it. And so I've had to make the call. I go, hello, Chief of Staff. It's young Nick here, Nick Butler. Yes, General News Hound. Look, it was my responsibility to get the gun salute today for every network in Melbourne. Look, we got a bit lost in the gardens and missed the guns. I'm working on a plan B though. Don't tell anyone yet, but we've missed the guns, but I'm working on it. Anyway, and I said, she won't put me in. I'll have half an hour. And all I heard was, "They missed the guns!" And I almost got sacked, but there was a great fella called Tim McMillan from Channel 9. He was a bit of a gun, if you Google him.
Yep.
Goes, "Mate, what a load of shit. I'll look after you." And we got it somehow. Otherwise, we were just going to use the guns from last year. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, it's a bad feeling. Yeah. So I know what Normie Beeman felt like.
Yeah.
Because I missed the guns.
Worse than when yeah.
Missing the 21 gun salute was pure stupidity. In fact, at one stage, this is the other bit. I've never fessed this part up. We were that lost. And we're running, you know how like when you're in the middle of the gardens, because there's a few grassy knolls and stuff, you can get a little bit stuck. We were fucking at the My Music Bowl at one stage. We're all over the shop, right? And some guy goes, "You guys look lost," because there's me running around him. Back in those days, I used to wear a suit and a tie. I'm running with a suit and my microphone, and the cameraman's carrying sticks. And the guy goes, "Are you lost, are you?" And I go, yeah, we're just trying to get to the shrine for the gun salute. And he goes, are you meaning to tell me that you're a Metropolitan News journalist and you don't know where the shrine is? And I said, of course I know where the shrine is. We're just a bit lost because we had to get a park. And he goes, who do you work for? And I go, Channel 9. And kept running. Because I didn't want it to go on the rumour file or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's good.
Smart. So, don't bullshit a bullshitter.
No.
Who do you work for? Anyway, who does number 2 work for? Very good. Big ones tomorrow. Go and clean up Cleary.
Yeah.
No, Cleary's on the same team. Don't
He's
clean
on my
up
team,
Cleary.
man.
We
No,
like Cleary.
no, we work
Go and clean
together,
up McClure.
Yeah. Mate,
Clean up
you should have sent us
Tomo.
an extra. You should have seen us in. Well, you did say. Well, you would have seen us in action had you have got there a little bit earlier.
Where?
When Mitch and I put on a clinic, and he played. He went sort of decoy forward, and I slipped out the back and got Charlie Curnow coming out for the bounce.
Oh, that was a good bounce.
That your network bloody jumped in on the top of.
Yes.
Their camera came down.
Clint, good man.
Yeah, good camo.
Yeah, he's a good camo.
And I got told that Butts was going to come and stand on my toes. Didn't get there in time. Mitch leads the sort of pack out there. I'd dart off.
This is good.
It was a decoy.
This is good.
Get the and I got
And
him.
I said, look,
He
mate, I just need that. I need that. And then I ended up getting, I dogged you a bit. But it all comes out in the wash, mate.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean?
Because then he got something. Anyway, gave it to 9. It was no good.
Yeah.
But my point in that is that we're great teammates now.
We are. We had chemistry today. Wait till you hear this McCreary gold.
And,
Yes.
and wait for Lockie Schultz as well.
Oh,
the
Lockie
junkyard
Schultz.
dog, as you called him today.
Junkyard dog, yeah.
You junkyard, and it got him fired up, and he started giving us some.
He was
some good
frothing at the
material.
mouth.
Junkyard dog.
Right. Look at Moff. Right, we've got to do some other
All right, yeah,
segments.
see you later.
You've been
Give me
good.
like
I think
an
you're
hour
in,
and a
son.
Okay.
Well done. Well
All
played.
right, bye. Thanks,
See
guys.
you on the road. Moffy, give it heaps, and it's been getting heaps of love. Clubhouse leader last week will be tough to beat.
Charlie,
when
yeah.
We're just verbalising and giving all the feels of our favourite fight. And the best submission will go into the running for the most epic prize in footy podcasting, which is the test drive with me and the BT50 and the $1,000 gift voucher, proudly brought to you by Mazda, and in particular the BT50. Now, our entry this week.
Yes.
It's a familiar voice.
It's a Clubby Sports familiar voice.
Tommy Flanners.
Tommy Flanners has put his hat in the ring for the cash.
Because he wants the butts drive.
Yeah,
No,
of
he's not
course,
interested
yes.
in the cash.
Nah, no one wants the cash.
No, well, we do.
Yeah.
But what's he got for us, the flan?
Well, he's Flan.
Now Teddy Richards, big long ball down the line, searching for Mike Pike. Through his hands, it bounces up for Jude Bolton. He was clean, tumbling one up towards half forward. Shoal Makers is there, as is Gibson, but Morton holds them both off, and Kieran Jack runs onto the ball, and he's knocked Clinton Young into the ground, into the turf. He's got mud all over his face, and Kieran Jack's level the scores for the mighty Schwannies. Dying stages here in the 2012 Grand Final, and the mighty Schwannies are back. They are back, and they might just win here.
That was pretty good.
Mate, he's a
good caller.
He's a caller, yeah.
I've said it before. He's a good local caller. I think he could go to higher levels.
100%.
He does a bit of Caulfield grammar.
Yep. Well, he did. He
Ball by ball.
commentated the Animals. Willie Taylor.
The Animals.
So he gets around. You never know. Like,
No, I've heard a bit of his stuff.
Yep.
I've actually been really enjoying. I'm seeing a lot of local grand finals. The local callers popping up.
Yep.
And they're doing the split screen where it's on them and the play.
Yep.
And I've really been liking it. There's some good callers out
some
there.
good callers out
I
there.
better not take a fucking holiday.
well, this is
I
the
got to
thing.
keep the Bushnells ready because there's good callers everywhere.
There is, and there's only one more week, I believe, of this competition.
Right.
So we're calling on all the callers. If you want to have a chance to win, obviously we've had some good entrances, but the money is still up for grabs. The car ride's well and truly up for
Where
grabs.
will I take the people in the test drive?
I feel like
Fishing?
maybe up to Mansfield.
Oh, that's a long test drive. But potentially Moff, yes.
You're gonna have to give him something. It's gonna have
Yeah.
to be, but imagine taking him through the Spur or something.
Ooh,
the
the
black spur.
Spur.
Maybe not as good. Maybe
Is
four-wheel
Ratface
driving.
contributing a bit of a talent fee for Butts here? Or? We'll see. I don't know, but I'll take him somewhere.
We'll take him somewhere.
Yeah, I think we'll go
I'll
and
come.
get. I think we'll go and get a a little counter meal.
Yep.
I'll have a lemon squash. Go for a drive. We might go to a park.
Yep.
Might go and catch a trout in a pond. I've got a rod in my tray at the
You
moment.
got a rod?
A
I actually
rod.
saw you Instagram where you had the photo of the line in the rod.
Yeah.
The line in the water.
Yes, I've been wetting my line.
I'm
I'm catching no trout.
Me and Darcy, actually ex-producer of 200 Plus.
Yeah.
We've been saying we'd love to get up to your property in Mansfield.
Yes, I'll take you.
Take us.
It's still being constructed.
Yeah.
But it's good up there. We like it in the high country. So maybe that lucky winner could be Flan. I like Flan. He does the cafeterias.
Yeah, the
Tests
canteen
the
critic.
dimmies and stuff.
Yeah, canteen critic.
That's it.
He's a good man.
Get Willie Taylor to enter.
Yep.
You know I love Willie.
I'll reach out.
Righto, so that was good. Give it heaps, love, give it heaps. And the BT50, gee, they're a beautiful car. The blue banger. I hope they get me a blue banger up there. Mansfield Mazda, they look good, those blue ones. Right. Moff, you know I get excited for all our sponsors. I love them all dearly. But this one's, I'm teasing a sponsor here, right? I'm told, and I don't know if it's a bit off the record, it came from behind Ratface, that Reece Plumbing and Ozpex might be getting involved for the grand final episode. I mean, we have called ourselves plumbers since the day I opened the show and accidentally said 200 plums rather than 200 plus. From that day, and it wasn't long after the Ivan Soldo debacle, we've been plumbers. So I'm that happy for two reasons, that we finally have a great, respected, iconic plumbing company on board with the plumbers starting next week.
Perfect synergy for this podcast.
Yes, and also my shower head is busted at home, and plumbing is the one thing I don't like to piss around with. I will have a crack, maybe not electrical to be fair, as well, because that hasn't gone well for me. But if it's a bit of fixing a wall, I'll have a crack.
Landscaping.
Landscaping, I'm good with grass. Okay, I'm good. I'll fix a fence. Not the plumbing. No. And my shower head is leaking and it's spurting out sideways and I can't get the shampoo out of my hair. This is great news. I can't wait to have Reece Plumbing on next week.
You always trust the professionals, and Reece Plumbing is the most professional bloody company in the plumbing space, all right? So with them
and their T-shirts are cool.
Their T-shirts are awesome.
I want to be in a blue T-shirt, hanging my nice muscly arms out my BT50 and cheerio to my mate Ross over there,
100%.
Who's a big plumber. Over there in London. So that's very exciting. I've dreamed about it. I kept saying to the sales guys, we're a great fit for the best plumbing company around. We're plumbers. And there must be I'm tipping with our audience, there must be a couple of thousand actual plumbers, not hack plumbers like me that only know how to use a bloody plunger, proper plumbers that listen to us.
Yeah, there will be. And that's why we're putting the call out for any plumbers who are actual plumbers.
Real plumbers.
To get into the DMs and hit us up, because next week we want the boys to be taught a few things about adversity. Obviously, you and I, we have it pretty easy. We go to our desk job, go out. You're obviously out going for some shoots and field trips, but we're not getting our hands dirty like these blokes, getting the knit and grit.
Yeah.
You know? So
they're charging well for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, and the thing is, not a DIY plumber. We need Ridgy Didge plumbers DMing us that can put in a dunny. If the flush is not working, know how to fix it. Not much. We don't want Reece Walsh behaviour.
Nah, but we do want to get someone on the show next week. Probably the recovery to talk about plumbing. And
ideally, I want a Ridgy Didge plumber that rolls around in a bit of a Reece T-shirt but plays footy or has played footy, because I want to hear a bit of plumbing and a bit of footy.
Yep, and the 43 SLG T-shirt's up for grabs, so we'll be handing out.
Very good, Moff. Righto, Statmate. The gut feel multis are going no good, so I'm doubling up the Statmate this week. Benny's out, but Q's going to help me. Now, Friday night, Cats v Hawks. I'm thinking I need a goal kicker, a consistent goal kicker at value. I'm thinking blonde hair, wingman, runs hard. Ollie Dempsey. Q, he, in my mind, kicks a goal every week at the G, but that could be rubbish. That's gut feel. I need data.
Out of his last 10, mate, he's kicked a goal every time at the G, including 3 in last final. Loves getting forward and snagging one, the little winger.
Oh, my God. So that's about an implied $1.01. What do we get? Give me some points bet value.
Points bet $1.65. Value there, I reckon, Butsy.
Oh, there you go. So we build from there. Now, Hawthorn. They worry me, Hawthorn. They're a puncher's chance in this game. I'm thinking outside of John Newcombe, he's going to get a lot of ball, but I don't think I need value. I need a second string midfielder who racks it up a bit.
Josh Ward dubbed the career best game last week by his coach, so had career high 31 disposals. He's paying $1.63 on PointsBet, Butsy.
I like this, Q. You might have a job. Okay, so Ollie Dempsey to kick a snag, Ward to fill the boots with 20. We're away. That's a nice little multi-stuffer, and we're backed up with data, not gut feel, which is the enemy in September.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Righto, Plumbers memberships going like hotcakes. They are $15 a month, and you can watch the 200 plus Origin story with Ratface, the Wags episode, and they all look very pretty. A lot of behind the scenes. Benny was taking a bit of that today. What are you laughing for?
Because they pretty comment.
Do look pretty.
It's nice. Yeah,
it is. And there's a bit of Xander there. And a bit of that's the mentor versus mentee episode.
100%.
So get on board. $15. Seriously. And we're doing a bit more.
And I'm taking.
How's the?
I've taken over the Patreon. So
right.
I've got full control. So if you've got any questions, you want to talk to me directly.
Camping trip
get in there and I'm going to answer all the
Day
questions.
with Butts on the journalism.
Yep.
Doing live crosses.
We'll be going to Channel 10 at some stage. I reckon we got to plan a day where we go to 10, but we also go out and do a couple of press conferences with you and Xander. And
Maybe
see how
you can have the camera on me, like
the reverse
Steve-O
press
used to do.
conference. Yeah.
I like that.
Yep. Or
I'll
we're
talk you through
workshopping it. Yep.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Righto, well, and that's what you get. So, and 20% off all 200 plus merch, and they're restocking that, behind the scenes content, and follow the link in the bio to sign up. Thank you to these plumbers, you beautiful plumbers. Ryan Hutton, Lockie Doyle, Amy Cumming, Jaron Kilner, Jack Daniels, Jack and Coke. Beautiful.
On that,
Yes.
this is a quick pivot, but how about the rugby boys celebrating with a Jim Beam?
Oh, I love that.
Like, why can't we have that in the AFL?
Well, I think we should.
Yeah.
That's talking about culture in footy, like have a beer.
Have a beer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The ones that Collingwood have a beer. Great culture.
Yeah.
We saw Scratch
like-
O'Neill goes and has a beer.
In the team song after a final win, just get your
7
cut and
day
draft.
break.
Like, one draft won't hurt.
Just makes you want to do it again the next week. I'm not saying we
100%.
need to binge drink or anything like that, but just
No.
that feeling. I don't care if it's a Diet Coke or whatever, but that feeling where you just go, that was all worth it.
Oh.
And sometimes a beer helps that.
Yeah. And they could
From
go,
BWS.
They could go to BWS and get it. Which is
Bloody
great.
oath.
Yeah.
Nicholas Stavrilis, Marco Walker, Rye Wells. Is that right? Yes.
Yep.
Haydos.
Broom.
Broom?
Haydos's broom.
Haydos's broom.
He's got a broom.
Christian Pino, Sammy Walker, Nathan Stewart, Tommy Schofield, Edward Godden, Kane, Will Slattery, Rowanna, Dean Haywood, and Josh Costa.
Bloody legends.
Bloody legends. We need you. 15 well spent. Are we there?
We're there.
That was a fucking marathon.
Yeah, it was a big show.
I've barely got a voice.
Yeah. I don't think we got the energy to sing
Xander
out,
was
so.
a lot of questions. I think he needs to hold back his craft a bit. He was a bit eager.
You reckon?
But I liked him.
Benny showed me a message halfway through saying that Xander can't get a word in. So he was seeing the opposite. But I think he built in.
Oh, I thought he jumped.
You reckon?
Yeah, but I like that.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a bit like I'd rather you have too much aggression and too much enthusiasm than not enough.
I
He
liked-
came in. He's a confident lad. Bang, came in.
I liked how he went at Paul saying, all right, tell me about Curnow. Like, we're talking about it. What's the story there?
Yeah. He's
So,
a journo.
he's
we
good.
We broke news.
I'll be interesting. I want to see the Twitter after this, see if he takes anything from it, from Connors. But nah, it's good. Good show.
Righto. Good on you, boys. We get Drapes and Chom. We won't get Chom back for a little while. Drape,
No.
will be back next week.
Drape's back next week, hopefully. But I'm going to hunt down, hopefully, one of Chom's teammates next week.
Ooh,
So
Suv.
maybe.
She's.
Maybe. Those are the two I
Aiden
really
Core.
want. So,
He's good. Corey,
Yeah.
I like Corey. Silver. I think we want Silver.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Are we singing out?
Do you want to sing out?
Can I sing out solo? I mean,
I can help you out. What
Right.
song?
well, I've got on here my grand final song suggestions. Like, we are getting to that September sniffy time of the year. And it takes a certain kind of song, doesn't it? So I've got on here Fields of Gold, Holy Grail, Dancing in the Storm, Bound for Glory. You're too young for the Bound for Glory grand
I
final.
only know one, and it's Holy Grail.
Really?
Yeah. Who's Fields of Gold?
Oh, Fields of Gold, Sting.
Sting, right? Oh,
Put
yeah.
it on. Can you put it on?
Yep.
You need
I
to be
might know it,
educated.
actually.
Yeah.
I might know it.
Put it on.
I got the karaoke version.
Yeah, I can't even see it. I'm just going to have to feel it. Oh, it's a bit high. Too high.
Remember me
when the west wind blows among the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. Beautiful song.
We keep going?
Yeah.
So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she
You're going to have
fell
to carry this, Moff.
as her head came down
Among the fields of God.
It's good.
You stay with me
Will you be my love among the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold.
Are we there?
Almost. I think we're there. I think we've depressed everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, get it off.
Well done, Bucks.
On your plumbers.